This is the Inside of a Playlist. This is the Dreams and Visions playlist. This is a great vision, a time of wrath. I'm reading from Daniel chapter 10, which is the vision of a man in a dress, linen dress. Dressed in linen, it says. Of a man dressed. I don't know. Daniel 10. This was in the 3rd year of Cyrus, king of Persia. A revelation was made to Daniel, known as Belteshazzar. A true revelation, great conflict. He grasped the meaning of the revelation, and what it meant was disclosed to him in a vision. At that time, I, Daniel, was doing a 3-week penance. I ate no rich food, touched no wine, no meat. I did not anoint myself until these 3 weeks were over. And on the 24th day of the 1st month, as I stood on the bank of the great river, the Tigris, I raised my eyes to look around, and this is what I saw. A man dressed in linen with a girdle of pure gold around his waist. His body was like beryl, his face shone like lightning, his eyes were like fiery torches. His arms and his legs had the gleam of burnished bronze. The sound of his voice was like the noise of a crowd. I, Daniel, alone saw the apparition. The men who were with me did not see the apparition. But so greatly trembling overtook them that they fled to hide. I was left alone, grazing on this great apparition. I was powerless, my appearance altered out of all recognition. What strength I had deserted me. I heard him speak. At the sound of his voice, I fell unconscious to the ground. I felt a hand touching me, setting my knees and my hands trembling. He said, "Daniel, you are a man specially chosen. Listen carefully to the words that I'm going to say. Stand up. I have been sent to you, and here I am." He said, as I stood up trembling, he said, "Then, Daniel, don't be afraid. From that first day when you resolved to humble yourself before God to better understand, your words have been heard, and your words are the reason why I have come. The prince of the kingdom of Persia has been resisting me for 21 days. But Michael, one of the leading princes, came to my assistance. I have left him confronting the kings of Persia and have come to tell you what will happen to your people in the days to come. For here is a new vision about those days." And when he had said these things to me, I prostrated myself on the ground without saying a word. Then someone, looking like the Son of Man, came and touched my lips. I opened my mouth to speak, and I said to the person standing in front of me, "My Lord, anguish overcomes me at this vision, and what strength I had deserts me. How can my Lord's servant speak to my Lord now that I have no strength left and my breath fails me?" Once again, the person like a man touched me. He gave me strength. "Do not be afraid," he said. "You are a man specially chosen. Peace be with you. Play the man and be strong." And as he spoke to me, I felt strong again and said, "Let my Lord speak. You have given me strength." He said then, "Do you know why I have come to you? It is to tell you what is written in the book of truth. I must go back to fight the prince of Persia. And when I have done with him, the prince of Javan will come next. In all this, there is no one to lend me support except Michael, your prince, on whom I rely to give me support and reinforce me. Now I will tell you the truth about these things. 3 more kings are going to rise in Persia. The 4th will come and be richer than all the others, and when, thanks to his wealth, he has grown powerful, he will challenge the kingdom of Javan. A mighty king will rise and reign over the vast empire and do whatever he pleases. But once he has come to power, his empire will be broken up and parceled out to the 4 winds of heaven, though not to his descendants. It will not be ruled as he ruled it, for his sovereignty is going to be uprooted and passed to others than his own. The king of the south will grow more powerful, but one of his princes will grow more powerful still with an empire greater than that of the former. Some years later, these will form an alliance. And to ratify the agreement, the daughter of the king of the south will go to the king of the north. Her arms will not, however, retain its strength, nor his posterity endure. She will be handed over, she, her escorts, her child, and he who has authority over her. In due time, a sprig from her roots will rise in his place and will march on the defense. Force the stronghold of the king of the north, and succeed in overcoming them. He will even carry off all their gods, their statues, their precious gold, silver plate to Egypt. For some years he will leave the king of the north in peace, but the latter will invade the kingdom of the king of the south, then retire to his own country. His sons will next be on the march, mustering a host of powerful forces, and he will advance, deploy, break through, and march on the stronghold once again. The king of the south will fly into a rage and set out to give battle to the king of the north, who will have an immense army on his side. And this army will be delivered into his hands. The army will be annihilated. He will be triumphant. He will overthrow tens of thousands, yet he will have no strength. The king of the north will come back, having recruited an even larger army than before, and finally, when the time comes, he will advance with a great army and plentiful supplies. In those times, many will rebel against the king of the south. Men of violence will also rebel from your own people, thus fulfilling the vision, but they will fail. The king of the north will then come up and throw up siege works to capture and strongly fortify the city. The forces of the south will not stand their ground. Its picked troops will not be strong enough to resist. The invader will treat him as he pleases. No one will be able to resist him. He will take his stand in the land of splendor, destruction in his hands. He will consider conquering his entire kingdom, but will then make a treaty with him, and to overthrow the kingdom, give him a woman's daughter. But this will not last or to be his advantage. He will turn next to the islands and conquer many of them. But a magistrate will put a stop to his outrages in such a way that he will be unable to repay outrage for outrage. He will then turn on the strongholds of his own country, but will stumble and fall and never be seen again. In his place there will rise a man who will send an extortioner to despoil the royal splendor, and in a few days he will be shattered, though neither publicly nor in battle. In his place there will rise a wretch. He will not be given royal honors, but will insinuate himself into them in his own time and gain possession of the kingdom by intrigue. Armies will be utterly routed and crushed by him. The prince of the covenant too, still conspiring, he will go from treachery to treachery, and ever growing stronger despite the smallness of his following. In his own time he will invade the richest provinces, acting as his fathers or his fathers' fathers never acted, distributing plunder, spoil, and wealth among them, plotting stratagems against fortresses for a time. He will rouse his strength at the heart of the king of the south with a great army. The king of the south will march to war with a huge and powerful army, but will offer no resistance, since he will be outwitted by trickery. Those who shared his food will ruin him. His army will be swept away, many will fall in slaughter. Two kings seated at one table, hearts bent on evil, will tell their lies, but they will not have their way, for an appointed time is still yet to come. He will return greatly enriched to his own country, his heart set against the Holy Covenant. He will take action, the next return to his own country. In due times he will make his way southwards again, but this time the outcome will not be as before. The ships of Kittim will oppose him, and he will be worsted. He will retire and take furious actions against the Holy Covenant, and as before will favor those who forsake the Holy Covenant. Forces of his will come and profane the sanctuary citadel. They will abolish the perpetual sacrifice and install the disastrous abomination there. Those who break the covenant he will corrupt by flatteries, but the people who know their gods will stand firm and take action. Those of the people who are learned will instruct many. For some days, however, they will be brought down by sword, flame, captivity, and by plundering. And thus brought down, little help will they receive, though many will be plotting on their side. Of the learned, some will be brought down, as a result of which certain of them will be purged, purified, and made white, until the time of the end. For the appointed time is still to come. The king will do as he pleases, growing more and more arrogant, considering himself greater than all the gods. He will utter incredible blasphemies against the God of gods. He will thrive until the wrath reaches a bursting point, for what has been decreed will certainly be fulfilled. Heedless of the Father's God, heedless of the one whom women love, heedless of any God, whatever, he will consider himself greater than them all. Instead of them, he will honor the God of fortresses. He will honor a God unknown to his ancestors with gold and silver and precious stones of valuable presents. He will use the people of an alien God to defend the fortresses. And he will confer great honors on those who acknowledge him by giving them wide authority and by farming out land at a price. When the time comes for the end, the king of the south will try conclusions with him, but the king of the north will come storming down on him with chariots, cavalry, and large fleet. He will invade countries and overrun them and drive on. He will invade the land of splendor, and many will fall. But Edom, Moab, and what remains of the sons of Ammon will escape him. He will reach out to attack the countries. The land of the Egypt will not escape him. The gold and the silver treasures and all the valuables of Egypt will lie in his power. The Libyans and Cushites will be at his feet, but reports coming from the east and the north will worry him, and in great fury he will set out to bring ruin and a complete destruction to many. He will pitch the tents of his royal headquarters between the sea and the mountains of the holy splendor, yet he will come to his end, and there will be no help for him. And at that time Michael will stand up, the great prince who mounts guard over your people. There is going to be a time of great distress, unparalleled since nations first came into existence. And when that time comes, your own people will be spared, all those whose names are found written in the book. Of those who lie sleeping in the dust of the earth, many will awake, some to everlasting life, others to shame and everlasting disgrace. The learned will shine as brightly as the vault of heaven, and those who have instructed many in virtue bright as stars for all eternity. But you, Daniel, must keep these words secret and the books sealed until the time of the end. Many will wander this way and that, and wickedness will go on increasing. And then I, Daniel, looked on and saw 2 others standing, one near the bank of the river, one on the other. One said to the man dressed in linen, who was standing further up the stream, "How long till these wonders take place?" And I heard the man who was dressed in linen standing up the stream. He raised his right hand and his left to heaven and swore by him who lives forever, a time and 2 times and a half time. And all these things are going to happen when he who crushes the power of the holy people meets his end. I listened, but I did not understand. Then I said, "My Lord, what is it to be the outcome?" Daniel, he said, "Go away. These words are to remain secret and sealed until the time of the end. Many will be cleansed, made white, purged, but the wicked will go on doing wrong. The wicked will never understand. The learned will understand. From the moment that the perpetual sacrifice is abolished and the disastrous abomination erected, 1,290 days. Blessed is he who stands firm and attains 1,335 days. But you go away and rest. And rest. You will rise for your share at the end of time."